These machines are printing real customers' orders, people that actually purchase a product from a brand. Contrast this with a friend of mine who spent over 2 months sampling a t-shirt that nobody paid for. In this video, I'm gonna show you the difference and why you should never sample before you sell again. Here's the thing, my friend didn't do anything wrong. In fact, sampling in order to ensure you're getting the right quality is the best practice when it comes to scaling a brand. But when you're starting a new brand and you don't have an audience or necessarily a customer, the sampling time can take months. From uploading to one print provider to getting that product back could take at least 7 to 11 days, sometimes even weeks, depending on which print-on-demand platform you're using. And then once you get it, and then if you want to sample a different product in a new color, you're gonna start finding that things don't look the same. In my friend's case, he was sampling the ideas that he had. He wanted to put it to different print providers. He was testing colors, he was testing garments, fabrics, so many different details. He wanted to see which one he could lock in. And this sampling process ended up taking him over 2 months of time. The back and forth of shipping, the going through customer support for certain colors or quality, all of this was little tiny details before he even made a sale. Now here's the thing, sampling isn't a bad thing. You need to be able to sample your top designs in order to verify that your customer is getting the quality that it deserves. However, it's not the thing that you do right out of the gate with an idea that's in your mind. You see, one of the common traps most entrepreneurs fall into is wanting to perfect a design before they put it out into the market. And perfecting it often means ordering it from the print provider that they're doing business with and then scrutinizing every single little detail. Now, the reality about doing business with print on demand is every detail is always going to be different. We're going to talk about why that is in just a moment, but just keep that at the top of your mind. So when it comes to print on demand, you want to be able to use it as a tool to validate those ideas that you have in your mind in order to go to market quickly. So you don't want to fall into this trap. You want to be able to identify, is my product good for the audience I'm selling to? And print on demand is a tool that helps you validate that, because you're able to put your ideas onto an actual garment in a mock-up form and then seed it to your audience or customer, and they'll tell you what they want to buy. And the designs that sell are the ones that you sample and actually do marketing with. That's when you verify the print quality, right? That's when you actually get into the weeds of things. But a lot of times, most people that wanting to get started with a brand will literally spend months trying to sample the perfect design before validating that idea. So instead of falling for this trap, here's a framework you should follow. You should take your idea and identify the products that your market is going to be willing to buy. Now, if you have an audience right now, it's about diving into those analytics, so the customer behavior, age ranges, brands that they follow, and then actually seeing, hey, does my idea resonate with them? And then creating a design that you think will resonate with that audience. Then use print on demand to actually launch your store. You want to be able to make those products if the orders get sold, but you don't want to overthink it. Design, put it out, promote it, and see what happens. Based on the reception, you can now enhance and improve your brand. But now you may be wondering, okay, well, why is it that every print-on-demand product I get is different? Well, here's something very important to note. When it comes to using print-on-demand, the quality of the garment, meaning the quality of the shirt, also determines the quality of the print. So that's one variable. The second variable you have is who's making your product. When you're working with some print-on-demand platforms, they may not actually be the ones fulfilling it, meaning they're not the ones actually making it. They might be jobbing it out to a third party, and that third party has a quota and a limit to hit. So you're not prioritized necessarily when it comes to quality and consistency. And that's why if you order from a certain provider, whether it's Printify or Gelato, who have a network of printers, every print will be drastically different. This means that every print provider has its own process, its own cost of goods to maintain. So you're essentially in the dark of how it's going to come out. As a brand, this is inconsistent. So that's why other platforms such as Printful are a little better fit. Printful actually owns their manufacturing for the most part, and they'll actually produce it in one of their 3 facilities. Which brings us to the next point. Every facility and every person working in that facility ultimately determines the quality of the garment that you're going to get. This means that depending on who's working that machine, they may slide it into the platen in a different way, and it's going to offset your print. It's not going to be a perfect center. It might be a little bit too high. It might be a little bit too low. So if you're taking a measuring tape, comparing the different samples, they're all going to be different, guys. And even if you're designing it perfectly in the mock-up and you're placing it at a certain dimension, it's not going to come out that way. Let's just keep it really clear. I share all this to say that every single sample that you produce or print on demand is going to be different. All of the reasons we outline is a big contributing factor. However, you can minimize those those mistakes and issues and increase your customer satisfaction by working with a manufacturer that actually produces everything in-house. For this reason, we highly encourage that you check out Completeful. They've integrated an incredible production system that helps track quality and improves customer satisfaction. We started working with them recently, and we've seen the quality of the garments that they carry, as well as the level of detail and attention that they put to every product. We're gonna link them in the description down below, as well as an exclusive discount code for you to sample and check it out for yourself. But the biggest bottleneck when it comes to doing print on demand is designing. Now, designing is the difference between somebody wanting your product, thinking it's okay, and just like, yo, what is this? And let's face it, most brand owners aren't designers. You might have an idea, but you're not 100% fluent in design software. Now that's the real gap, as most print-on-demand brands don't fail on product, they fail because it doesn't look real. So I want you to watch this. Now I'm gonna take the exact design that would typically be on a mock-up using print-on-demand. Something simple. The print-on-demand brands all provide you with some level of mock-up, and once you publish this, it looks like a standard fake brand. But when you upload it into Kittle, it puts it into a product mock-up that looks real instantly. Whether you place it on a shirt, a hat, product mug, whatever it is that you're selling, they have mock-ups available for it. Now to me, guys, this looks absolutely insane, because just a couple months ago, you had to use multiple tools in order to get this quality, but now you're seeing real mock-ups for your brand that you can actually promote on your website. This means that you don't need a sample and you don't need a photo shoot, and it looks like the real thing. But here's the part that most people selling print on demand don't even know exists. As Kittle doesn't just do flat mock-ups for your website in order to help you sell online, it actually turns that same design into a UGC style video. Now this means that a real looking person will actually be wearing your product in a real life setting. Now that's the difference between a product photo and a brand that already looks like it's existing in the world. Now the beauty about Kittle is that it actually helps you come up with your idea from the idea stage all the way through the execution and even the selling of it. You could format it straight into a paid ad that you can run on Meta using the exact design, the same clip, everything is ready to go. And that's the loop that you want to have. You want to design it, prove it looks real, and then put money behind what's already working. This part of the process is the biggest difference between having an idea and it taking months to bring out to the market, only for your audience to not like it, and you have to go back to the drawing board and spending months more perfecting it and then still not having success, to actually having an idea, putting it on paper, putting it out to the market, and if it sells and works, the print-on-demand provider will make it and ship it to the customer. That right there is your feedback loop that you're trying to close. You're trying to go from 6 months as an idea to 1 week as a product that's ready to buy. Because as they say, there's no such thing as being perfect, but there is such thing as making progress. And when it comes to the journey of entrepreneurship, it's about putting yourself out there quickly. I say that so many times, and I've always been told that, but the more I see it, the more real it is. It's about getting a version that's just good enough out to be tested and for people to buy, and then getting that feedback, making adjustments, making it better. That's the progress. And with progress, you close sales, and with progress, you build brands. So the process is this: design it, list it, sell it. You want to sample what sells in order for you to really enhance your marketing with real-time videos, stories, and lifestyle content that you may not get with AI just yet. And then you want to manufacture in bulk what's already selling consistently. This is what's going to drive your price points down and allow you to profit in real time. Because print on demand isn't the end-all be-all. It's that first step to being able to close that feedback loop in real time. And if you're currently looking to build a brand and perhaps it's still been an idea, head on over to startmybrand.ai, where we give you the framework as well as the tools, resources, and the logical step that you're gonna need in order to test this, launch it, and scale it. These are the tools and resources as well as a community I wish I had when I first started my brand, and I always wish I could tell more people about, because it's not about testing all kinds of tools and platforms, just about getting that idea out to the market and then seeing what your audience actually is attracted to before you invest. So we curated all that into that community. So make sure you check out startmybrand.ai. And if you're currently looking to scale your brand, I highly encourage you to check out this video here, where we dive into a case study of a brand that started with print on demand and grew to over 30 million. I'll see you in that one.